Welcome to Provo, Utah, Lavelle Edwards Stadium at altitude. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense takes the field for the first time today. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
And here comes the offense on second down. Off play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And that is an all-too-familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. The Cougars offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football at a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much they'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Looking downfield, it's Herrera. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they were able to put up a 3-spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback on the keeper. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 27. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, TCU! How about that D coming up with a play like that? This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Running back searching for a hole. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Keep it on the ground. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Grab near the marker. It's Lee. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's got the tight end. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Pocket starts to collapse. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Off play action on 1st down. Looking down the middle. It's caught downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Fires to the right. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
On 3rd with the pass. He's got it. To the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. To the air, it's Herrera. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. And to open the second quarter, they'll start with a field goal try. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hatchett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. He's going for it all. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the catch. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. BYU right back to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Hauls it in. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. This BYU offense set up with another 1st down. He wants to throw. Looking for a deep man. Got it in stride inside the 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Give to the fullback. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. It's a reverse. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll give it to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw, it's Herrera. Setting up the screen.
Great job on defense. They did their film study. On third down, they're trying to dial up the screen, see if they can get these pass rushers way up the field, but no can do. They get a tackle for loss on the play, now setting up fourth.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's ball. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. On the run, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Hands it off. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Trying to get to it. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye. The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He almost almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Northern Illinois delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in the college. Thing is, this sucker was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the MAC.
Dances away.
It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Handoff to the single back. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll go right back to him. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Horned Frogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. BYU lines up quickly. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Give to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They feed him again. Keeps the legs moving. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Herrera. Buys a little time. Hey, that's a live ball. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. On the move. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a 1st down. The Horned Frogs are marching down the field. They're going to ride this running back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got him downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, TCU!
You know, this this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, BYU! And once he got loose, it was all...
Run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Gets it out fast. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Wide receiver shows motion. Dropping back, it's Herrera. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He's going to pass. Gets it out quickly. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Right back to the well. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Breaks the tackle. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll keep it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Coming to the line looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. To the ground with the back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Herrera. Got his man out of the backfield. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Immediately fires to the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. They're trying to get to it. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man quickly. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Running back goes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Back to pass, it's Herrera. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He makes a grab. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Pressure coming. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, the big bluegrass battle between Louisville and Kentucky has just gone final, and here is how it went down. Louisville found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Cardinals football today. Those Cards fans won't remember this one forever. but they will remember it was a W. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. BYU has this offense clicking. From the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. From the gun. Give on the inside. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. BYU right back to the line. On second down, he'll fire. Makes the catch. It's Lee. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And to get rid of it quickly. And the third down pass is incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's going to throw deep right side. Touchdown, BYU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance. And to the end zone, and it's picked off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beating me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays.